filming me, it really doesn't intimidate me, it doesn't scare me. Okay? You've got a mask on your face like trying to hide your identity, it doesn't scare me.
You don't intimidate me, you can try and arrest me and everything like that.
This channel is all about exposing misconduct, breaking down legal and police encounters, and standing up for public rights and accountability. In this episode, featuring footage from Gwen Auditor, he films outside a government and BBC building when staff confront him with baseless trespass claims, despite no signs to support it. Things escalate further when an officer arrives, not to calm the situation, but with hostility, incorrect assertions, and a clear disregard for proper conduct. What follows is a clash between ego and the law, highlighting exactly why scrutiny of police behavior remains essential.
But it's public, this is not, this is private.
Why does it say it's private?
It's private property.
Where does it say it's private?
The landlord owns the land.
Who's the landowner?
I don't want to get into an argument with you, I would just like to leave sight if that's possible.
Who is the landlord? No, I'm not going to leave, no.
You're not going to leave?
No, I'm going to wander around.
Police anyway, because it's private property and we don't allow you to be filming here.
I just wanted to find out a bit about the Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority, to be honest.
They're not here.
Well, funny how there's a sign in there that says Gangmasters and Labour Abuse Authority.
So why are you coming investigating the Gangmasters? What reasons do you have for that?
Because I find it interesting.
You find it interesting?
Yeah.
So I've called the police. I'm not going to get into an argument.
Which law do you think I'm breaking?
It's private property.
What law is that then?
And you're not allowed to take videos and photos of the building. It's not acceptable in the business that we're in.
Well, you can, yeah, of course you can. It's a government building.
It's not acceptable.
It's a government building.
Yeah, I know, but we've got procedures in place and people have to get permission to take photos. You've not asked for permission.
Well, surely it's public. If it's a government building, it's owned by the public.
Yeah, I know it's a government building, but it's still classed as private property. The land is owned by somebody else.
Completely wrong, and here's why. The staff member is mixing up ownership with public access. A government building may be owned by a department, but that doesn't automatically make the surrounding area private property. If the public can freely walk there, no barriers, no gates, no signs restricting access, then it is a publicly accessible space, and filming is 100% lawful. The idea that you need permission to record is simply false. There is no UK law that stops anyone from filming a government site from a location they are legally allowed to stand. If they don't want the public filming, the responsibility is on them to restrict access properly, not invent rules on the spot.
See, I know you're filming and stuff, I just want to know what it's about, because obviously this is a government building.
Yep.
What is it about?
It's a government building.
Yeah, but why are you filming it?
I didn't know I needed a reason. Why are you filming me?
Because I'm speaking with you and you're a suspect in an incident where you're filming a government building.
Suspect? That would imply that I've committed a criminal offence.
Listen to me a minute, okay? You're zooming in on people's IDs. I can tell you're one of those bloggers. That's absolutely fine, okay? But you can't be zooming in on people's IDs when this is a government building.
Who says?
It's the law, mate.
What law?
We don't play this game where...
Could you identify yourself, please?
Okay, PC 1191 Marseilles, as you can see by my badge.
Which station are you based out of?
I'm based at Byron House Police Station.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we filming? I don't really get what we're
actually... It's a government building.
Yep.
I pay for it, I can film it.
Okay, so why are you getting mouthy then? Because the thing is that you've been getting mouthy with them.
They were getting mouthy with me. I was perfectly polite till they started giving me attitude.
Yeah, because they're asking why you're filming them when this is a government building and asking for their IDs. It's suspicious.
The moment this officer arrives, it's obvious she isn't interested in calming the situation. She's focused on asserting control. Her tone is dismissive and mocking, calling Gwen mate and laughing about him being one of those bloggers, which immediately escalates tension instead of easing it. She fails to identify herself until prompted, despite that being a basic requirement. Rather than assessing the situation objectively, she brands Gwen as suspicious simply for filming a government building and asking staff to confirm who they are, both of which are entirely lawful. Recording from a public area is fully protected in the UK, and requesting identification from individuals representing government bodies is a valid act of accountability, not grounds for suspicion.
What's your name?
I'm not going to give any details.
Okay, you need to give me your details.
No, I don't.
Yes, you have. Because
no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I think you need to get your facts straight there.
No, okay, you listen to me now. You've been getting mouthy with these people.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You've been harassing them.
I haven't harassed anyone. They approached me.
You have. Okay.
That's lies.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't film, it's on private property.
Yeah, of course.
We've been very reasonable with them, and the attitude that he has with you, he's had with us too.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What was the reason?
There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing.
He said he's interested in the Gangmasters and the abuse authority. He's just bullshitting.
Right, okay.
Basically. I don't agree with the word that he said.
Alright then.
Okay.
So we would like him to move. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, of course you can. Is there
I'm in a public place.
That you said at the minute?
No, it's not been threatening, but obviously he's not corresponding with us. I've asked him not to video. I've given us the reasons, which are valid reasons why. It's become argumentative, and really I'd just like him to be removed from site.
This moment highlights how quickly misinformation spreads when people don't understand the law. The staff member tells the officer that Gwen was being argumentative and filming somewhere private, but none of that stands up. There were no restrictions, no signage, and nothing making the area off-limits to the public. What makes the claim even weaker is that Gwen had already explained his purpose. He was filming on behalf of the Gangmasters and Labor Abuse Authority, a legitimate government body that tackles exploitation and modern slavery. Documenting a location connected to that work isn't random or suspicious. It's a valid public interest activity.
Why 2 vehicles on blue lights for somebody not breaking the law?
Because I was told that you were being quite abusive to staff and you were filming a government building.
Well, obviously
so
someone's
in our
lied to you
control
then, haven't they?
system, it's grade 1, which means that we travel on blue lights and sirens.
Okay.
And it's 2 vehicles because we're in a car each, so it's actually only 2 officers.
Okay.
So do you have like a YouTube channel or something?
You know, you were a bit hostile with me to start off with, demanding my details, so I'm not going to give you any information now, thank you.
Okay. Are you, so I'm going to need you to leave the premises.
Well, under what law?
Pardon?
Under
it's
what
called
law?
under Section 35 Act, okay? So it's a dispersal order, and I need you to leave this area, okay? Because the people don't want to hear. You've been causing trouble, you've been shouting at them.
I haven't been causing any trouble.
Yes, you
You're
have,
lying
okay?
now.
Stop being argumentative with
Stop
me.
giving me attitude, no.
No, you've given me attitude from the start, which is on my camera and yours as well.
Demanding my details and things like that straight
so
off the
you
bat.
need to move your stuff. Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm not taking anything. I'm walking with you.
Fine.
A blatant misuse of Section 35. That power is only meant for situations where a person's behavior is likely to cause harassment, alarm, distress, or contribute to crime or disorder. Gwent was doing none of that. He was calmly filming on publicly accessible land. Recording government property from a place the public can lawfully stand is legal, protected under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, and fully supported by NPCC guidance on photography. Nothing he did came close to meeting the legal threshold for a dispersal order. Instead, the officer twisted the law to suit her emotions. She used Section 35 as a tool to shut down someone and the staff simply found inconvenient. People don't want you here isn't a lawful reason. It's a personal one.
Yeah, I've got him on my camera as
Yep.
well. It's just silly.
I've got it all on camera. No, it's not silly. That's your thoughts. I'd rather you keep them to yourself, to be honest. You're a public employee.
Well, what's around here then? Is this your like full-time job then, plug-in?
I do all sorts.
What, plug-in buildings?
So we're on the public. Can you put the bag down now? We're on the public pavement.
So I don't want you round that private property anymore, okay? If you are caught there again, I will come back and you can be arrested for it, okay? Do you
Be
understand
arrested?
that? I'm giving
Under
you a
what
warning
section?
for this now. I'm being quite reasonable with
Okay,
you.
can you tell me which act and which section that is, please?
It's under Section 35 Act, but at the minute I'm giving you a warning.
Section 35
for it.
of what?
Yes, it doesn't matter what.
No, it does
okay?
matter what.
No, okay. This is end of now, okay? Just because you're filming me, it really doesn't intimidate me. It doesn't scare me.
Okay. You don't
You've got a mask
intimidate
on your
me.
face like trying to hide your identity. It doesn't scare me.
You don't intimidate me. You can try and arrest me and
Okay.
anything like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave now.
This moment exposes just how unfit the officer was to handle the situation. When Gwen calmly asks, Section 35 or what? She snaps back, it doesn't matter what. This is the end of it. That isn't confidence. It's a refusal to be accountable. Any officer invoking police powers must state the exact legislation they're acting under. It's basic procedure. Her refusal made it obvious she wasn't standing on lawful grounds at all. She was improvising. And then she makes it worse by accusing Gwen of trying to intimidate her simply because he's wearing a mask. Masks are perfectly legal, and his was clearly for privacy, not threat. Twisting that into intimidation proves she wasn't assessing facts. She was reacting emotionally, yet again.
On this premises again, okay? It's going to be taken further. You don't need that. You can get on with your day. You can go film some other buildings, okay? Get on with your vlogging business. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is one building that you can't film. Go and film another one.
I'll film what I like them in public.
But that's a private property that you've been on.
Yeah, it's publicly accessible. Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972.
Okay, well done.
However, the bit that you were on was part of private land, so you just weren't allowed on that bit. Okay?
Well, it's not government
That was the
property, is
issue.
it?
Huh?
Is it not government property?
That bit is government property.
Well, it's public property,
However,
then, isn't it?
no, it did not in this instance, just because of whatever goes on in there, and I've already had word in it. All right. So just because it's a government building doesn't necessarily mean it's always accessible to the public.
Well, I didn't see any signs or anything, Constable.
I appreciate that, and whatever it might have been, we've just tried to sort it out as the lowest level that we possibly can. Okay,
No problem.
Which is why we've just asked you just to move away from the building and just not.
See, that's fine. If your colleague had asked as politely as you are
That's
right
what
now.
I did in the first
No, you
place.
didn't. You give me attitude. You give me lip. You're acting stupid.
I'm not
So
interested in either side now. As long as it's all resolved and we can just move on peacefully and quietly. All right.
Fine.
You happy with that? Lovely.
yeah, see, you've been perfectly quiet. Thank you for
But
that.
what I will say is that my colleague is dead right. We've given you the warning for it. If you come back, you can be arrested for breach of 35 notice.
Which act is that? Sorry,
It's part of the Public Order Act.
Public Order Act.
I'll
Yeah.
read it out for
Yeah,
you.
that's
If that
fine.
makes you feel better, I'll read it out.
So it's literally just that.
It's antisocial behaviour crime and policing act 2014.
Do you suspect that I have been committing antisocial behaviour? Because there is a Home Office document that is called the.
Mate, listen, I don't care
finding the
about
measure.
the Home
Well, you should care. You should care.
No, I should-
Yes,
no,
you
'cause
should
you're just
care.
going on- it's
I think you need to get
completely
retrained. You do. I'm going to
Do
make
I?
a
I
complaint.
think that
Yes,
you
I
need to
am.
move
I'm
away
making
from the area.
No, I'm making a complaint about you.
When-
Professional standards.
That's okay, you can do that.
I'm making a professional standards complaint about you. Think, yep, here we go. They'll have that as
got
well.
my details?
Yep, yeah, thank you.
Alright, we're done then. See you
Okay,
later.
bye bye.
This moment is a final nail in the coffin for that officer's attitude, as Gwent calmly references a Home Office document. She cuts him off with, "Mate, I don't care about it," openly dismissing the very guidance that governs her powers. Talking over him, mocking him, and refusing to listen shows pure arrogance and zero respect for the public. When he says he'll file a complaint, it's the only sensible step left. But as he later confirmed, it went nowhere, with Nottinghamshire Police sending only an automated reply and no follow-up. That says everything. A system meant to enforce accountability instead shields misconduct. From start to finish, she treated Gwent not as a citizen with rights, but as a problem to control, while he stayed calm, factual, and polite, a contrast that seemed to frustrate her even more. The moment her colleague stepped in, it became clear how smoothly this could have gone with even basic professionalism. In any other job, that level of disrespect would get someone fired, yet in policing it gets brushed aside. And until officers like her face real consequences, these encounters will keep happening, and auditors like Gwent will remain the only ones holding them to account.